You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got the homie Boo in the building.
Yes,
Boo!
sir. Yo, yo, yo.
Now, Boo, everybody
We're on
always...
Dangerous Morning Show.
That's right. They hear your name all the time. Yeah. Tell people exactly what it is you do.
I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, man. You know, it's not just one thing. I've done a lot of things in my career. I think initially my appearance in the music industry was off my brother.
Mm-hmm. Akon?
Yeah, Akon as well. And then from there, I discovered T-Pain, and we did Lady Gaga, and I discovered Jermih, and I became the vice president of Def Jam Music Group, and went on to work on different albums there at the company and managing Chris Brown, and, you know.
All at a very young age.
You got to talk to the mic, boy. You can't be in here all trying to be all sexy now.
No.
We know you're a ladies man.
Nah, okay, stop. Don't do that. I bet. I'm sorry. I apologize about that. Yeah, that's basically what it is, you know.
Now, you don't ever get credit for T-Pain, though. Like, I mean, I know you discovered him, but,
right.
You know, Akon always gets the credit.
Right. I mean, that's, I think that's one of those things where, when you have a brother that's an artist, he always gets most of the attention. Mm-hmm. And I understood what that was going into it. Like, that's a part of the gig, and I had to be okay with that, being his little brother and knowing that we could look alike and all that other kind of stuff and the comparisons. But, it is what it is. For me, T-Pain know, and I know, and Con knows, so it's all good.
All right.
All right, so now you guys have this docuseries that's coming to Oxygen. I actually saw the ads for it last night.
Right.
And you're the boss, one of them.
Yeah, it's me, it's Tigger, Blair out of Atlanta, which is a big real estate agent, Nick Cannon. And it's a dope show. I mean, obviously, Dolly is like my sister. So she approached me about the show, I want to say, like 6 months ago. And initially, I wasn't going to do it because, like, I never really felt good about doing reality TV.
That's why y'all call it a docuseries and not a reality
show.
And
I was real, like, on some, like, yo, let's make sure that it's worded properly, because I just don't want to be that guy. And initially, when she called me about it, I was like, I don't want to do it.
Now, who is Dolly? I never heard of her.
Dolly is Dolly Bishop. She's a executive, producer at Oxygen, and this is her show, her and Nick Cannon show.
Dolly getting money. No, that's the homie.
Yeah, and by the way, I knew her when I was at Def Jam, and she was an intern. For Karen Kwok. So, she used to always buy me chicken sandwiches and French fries.
Did she come up the right way?
She did, man. She,
I'm saying, as an intern at Def Jam and now being executive producer of a TV show, I just want to know.
What are you trying to say?
I just want to make sure our homie coming up the right way.
What's the right way?
Not
basically.
That's it.
Yeah, listen, and that happens a lot.
And that's your friend, Dolly.
But she's sus, man, and she called me, and the second time around we spoke about it, and I said, listen, if I can just be me and be able to just do what I do every day with no edits, well, say this or say that, I do it.
What's the premise of Like a Boss?
I mean, it's just everything is responsibilities. It's to be able to lead a group of people the right direction, the right way, and trust and loyalty and honesty, and that's really a part of the whole process. So, but you have to go through it to be able to know what a boss is.
So it's you, and then your assistants are all on the show also. Yeah,
two of them. Well, one is Sammy's like my, she's been with me for 5 years. And Drika just came along, and so basically I wasn't going to just give Drika the job because, I had to honestly, for her to get the job, she has to go through my process, and Sammy understands my process. So she's kind of showing her my work and how I do things and how I like things and et cetera, et cetera.
Now, you got one of the hardest jobs in the music industry. You manage Chris Brown.
Yeah, Breezy.
You still manage Chris?
No, I don't actually, but I did.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I just stopped doing it. I want to say 5-6 months ago.
Is your life less stressful now?
I mean, that's like my little. That's like real family. Like that's like my brother for real. You know what I'm saying? And I just love the kid so much because he's a real dude. That guy, man. And I think a lot of times he's misunderstood. And it's natural because if you don't know a person and you're just watching blogs and media, you're gonna think that. But he's a real passionate. Everything he does it to the fullest, whether it's his daughter, or his girlfriend, or his music, And you have to love that about the dude, So, like, that's my guy forever.
Why'd you stop?
Because I started doing a whole bunch of stuff in Africa. I have renewable energy company in Africa, and Akon has a solar lighting company, and it just took a lot of my time, and I thought that it wasn't fair to him you know, and we spoke about it, and he was like, man, go do your thing, you know what I mean? And so, and that stuff in Africa was my passion, and prior to music, I always wanted to do that, right? So, and I had an opportunity to do it, and that's what I did.
I always tell people that being a manager is like putting other people's lives ahead of your own life.
Oh, for sure. I mean, to be honest, I mean, not to say it this way, but it's like, a lot of it is babysitting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is like, because it's not just music, it's personal, it's everything. You know, it's not just one subject. It's whether it's dealing with their life or it's everything. Right. And they count on you for everything as well because you're the closest person to them.
Yeah, being a manager is a draining job to have because it really is, no matter what it is that you have to do, if your client calls you and they need something that's an emergency, you got to handle it.
Yeah, and then, by the way, and they don't care what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can be like,
cancel your vacation.
You can be with your girl. And they're like, nah, like, man, I know I got these problems, and you have to, and mind you, when you're managing Chris Brown, that's like that's like a big client, right? And everybody wants your job. So you can't be off you know what I mean?
You can't be like, man, I'm busy right now.
Oh,
I'll hit you back
because
in an
somebody
hour.
else gonna talk to him and be like, yeah, I understand, man. Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? And the closer you get, the most. Luckily, me and Chris had a real bond, you know. But for the most part, that's why these other guys get fired because of that, you know. And it's a really, really tough job managing whoever is big, like any A-list artist. You got to be there 24/7 and every time. And for me, it's like, you know, I got other things that I do. So for me, it was a struggle to do both.
And it doesn't help when Chris is getting in all kind of trouble too, right?
Yeah, but you know what, man? Chris don't really get into he don't really get into a lot of trouble. I mean, trouble was like, you know, going to jail and like, I mean, the stuff that he, you know, with him and his homegirl, to me, that's like everyday stuff. You know what I mean? That's not like trouble, you know?
That's like on Instagram, you got a little too emotional and then it's not like trouble.
Yeah, that's just like, I mean, and I think people have to, you know, keep in consideration, like, you know, with that situation, this was a girl that was with him at a certain place in his career when he was like, you know, when him and the other girl was, you know what I'm saying?
He was
like
at his lowest.
She was there, you know what I mean? And now he had an opportunity to feel true love in his eyes, you know what I mean? Like when everybody was against him, Shorty was there. So to let that go, it's a tough thing, you know what I mean? Especially being who you are, because one of my biggest fears in life is being with a girl that doesn't love me for me.
Right.
That's a fear of mine.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard though, because everybody know you boo.
That's my
you know
point.
What I'm
so imagine how he feels being Chris Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously he's a handsome kid. He has money. He's successful. He's rich. All those things. Like, how do you really know who's with you for you? And with her, I guess he must have felt that. Like, damn, she really rocking me for me. And to let it go, it's not easy, man. And we all been in love before in our lives, and we all done crazy things being in love. You know what I mean? And he just going through his process, but he gonna be good. You know what I mean?
Was in love, right? You was in love with Tracy Ellis Ross?
Yeah, I was in love for sure.
All right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't, you know, do all that stuff, but, you know what I'm saying? But not to say what he did was bad, but my point is that, like, I've done some crazy things, it's just you guys didn't see it. You know, it wasn't in the public eye. And, you know, I wasn't, you know.
How you messed that up, bro?
Nah, that's like, man, once again, like, you know, me and Tracy gonna be lovers forever, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do believe that. You know, me and her have this genuine, unconditional relationship, you know, and anybody that comes in my life, like, they have to know that, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa with her. Like,
so why not be together?
Because I believe that, you know, being with somebody is it's like managing, but not managing. Like, it's a real job. It's a real responsibility, you know what I mean? And she's in a place in her career that if I can't give her all of me, I don't want to waste, not say waste her time, but I don't want to put her in that space, right? So why not give her opportunity to find somebody else that can?
But ain't nothing else out here in these streets, man. Tracy top notch, boo.
Yeah, she is, man. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest, like out of all the females that I've dated, and not to discredit all the other girls, because I've been with some good females in my life, but like she has to be one of the like most unconditional, loving, spirited, good people. It's just, man, I'm a crazy dude, man. Like,
do you tell girls that? Like, look, man, I could leave you at any moment for Tracy. I want you to know that.
They know that. They better, they better know that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, listen, you know, who knows what the future holds? You know what I mean? Like, anything can happen any given moment. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I just take it for what it is and just allow it to just be what it is.
Now,
what's your style of being a boss like? Because I know people have different styles. Some people are crazy and
Right.
send you to go walk for cheesecake
Right.
from Manhattan to Brooklyn. And
I mean, listen, I've done it all. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to do everything at every given moment. You know what I mean? I used to be on, like, I used to perform like I was Akon on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say.
Y'all was booking double shows?
That's a real thing.
Akon, you go here, I go here.
Yeah, that was a real, that's
really
there.
did that?
Of course I did. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, like, you know, we kids from Jersey City. You know, I was selling my little weed.
Akon was a little off at the show tonight.
By the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's still in cars, and you know, we were struggling, and our parents are immigrant parents, so like, you know, we had to really get everything we wanted in life. We had to pay for it, and our parents didn't understand like Jordans, and I'm gonna pay for this. We had to buy everything as kids and nice clothes. So we grew up knowing that we had to be our own individuals because our parents wasn't really doing that for us. So, you know, the opportunity that I had to go out there and do shows, at the time it was no Instagram, so it wasn't a thing where they know how Con really looked. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
how did you sound? Were you lip syncing?
I was lip singing.
So
I
you
was
could have been an
lip-syncing.
artist.
I thought, no, I wanted to be an artist. Are you kidding me?
I always wondered that because I'm like, you know, y'all kind of did the Russell Simmons run thing. I'm like, what? Did you ever want to be an artist? Or you just
Hell,
always
listen,
wanted to
man.
be an exec?
Anybody that's in the music industry wanted to be an artist. I don't care what they tell you. It might not, but I'm gonna be the first to like. Of course, I wanted to be an artist.
Charlamagne wanted to be a rapper. You had a rap name.
Of course,
Yeah,
I mean,
years ago.
yeah, we all did.
Yeah,
Like we
Dizzy
ain't.
Van Winkle.
Dizzy Van Winkle's
Oh,
the
wow.
name.
Damn. So was you a rapper?
Yeah, I used to.
No R&B. You wasn't an R&B singer.
Nah.
But you look more like an R&B singer though. You like dude from Boys
No,
to
he
Men.
used to look like a
You more
rapper.
like Juan. What's his name? Wanye.
Wayno.
Yeah, he can be Wanye. He can be
Boyz II Men.
he can be Wanye all day. Like buff, but still like, you know what I mean?
Boo look like he do reggae. Dance hall. Boo could have been a dance hall artist.
No, but seriously, like we all wanted to do that. You know what I mean? So I just didn't have the patience. Like that's why I respect artists to the utmost respect. Like to be in the studio every day, all day, like actually, you know, working on records, and I just didn't have the patience. So, but I always knew that I knew what sounded good.
Right.
Like my strengths are knowing like hit records and hit artists. So I knew I can, you know, discover talent. I knew if I hear a song, I knew what people like. So I said, well, if I don't have the energy, let me find somebody that do have the energy, and that's what I did. That's the route that I took.
He was very instrumental with Jeezy too, right?
Yeah, man, I was
Jeezy immortalized you, and he said, "Black is my boo."
Yeah, that's Jeezy family. You know what I mean? He's somebody that I seen, you know, grew up from the Brinks and do his thing, you know, early in the days of ATL, back in the BMF days in the early 2000, 2004, and so you know, that was definitely that was what it was.
Why'd y'all never sign Jeezy?
Man, I don't think we was in position to at that time. You know, at that time, Akon was just starting to bubble, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do as an executive, and his stuff was just happening. We didn't, I mean, at that time, it wasn't no convict music, really. It wasn't Boo Vision, really. It was like, we was trying to figure out what we were doing, so we weren't able to really think about anybody else at that time.
So let's imagine you managing Jeezy. He's performing, and his teeth fall out.
Shut
And
up.
then a picture hits all over the internet, and he don't have no teeth. How do you handle that?
Man, it's a good question. You know, first of all, his teeth shouldn't fall out.
Yeah.
If he's young Jeezy, that's number one. You know what I mean? So like, I won't manage a person that just, you know what I mean? But I don't think that'll ever happen. But I mean, listen, there's
Well,
always
so that picture was Photoshopped, basically, that was going around
which one?
of Jeezy.
You ain't see the picture of Jeezy with no teeth?
No, that's a real picture.
Bruh.
I thought you
I
was
think
just
it's
like
Photoshopped. I don't know.
Hold
I
on,
don't
bruh.
think it's
that's a real picture.
Now, hold on. Let me see if I can find this
Oh
thing.
wow. Let me find out.
Hold on. It
Come
does
on,
look
yeah.
old, though, because he looked like chubby, old Jeezy.
I
But
think
I
it's
never-
not a real
but
picture.
I've been around Jeezy forever. Like I've never known Jeezy to not have teeth. Whoa.
They said he fell out of the
Is
show.
this real though?
I don't know.
Nah, this ain't real, man. Cause why would he like take that? Why would he even smile if he didn't have no teeth?
I think they say his goals fell out, but I don't know Jeezy to have goals, right?
He don't got goals. I don't think this is real. I mean, listen, I don't know, but I can't. I've never seen him like take out this. You know what I'm saying? At
Yeah.
lunch or dinner or like breakfast. I never see him like, you know, wow, this is nasty.
So
one
what
thing
would
about
you tell him? Don't worry about it. Just go get your teeth
Yeah,
fixed.
man, just say it's not real, man. That, you know,
You worked with Rihanna too.
Rihanna, yeah, that's the girl, man. That's baby girl. We did Loud, Talk That Talk together. You know, we had some dope moments. Yeah, that's baby girl.
All right.
Yeah.
And you was also instrumental in the Watch the Throne album.
Yeah, man, that was
I remember that picture came out. I was all over TMZ when the rumors first started. It was you, Jay, and
Yeah,
Kanye.
that was the Three Stooges. You know, but man, listen, I thank those guys for giving me an opportunity to be a part of that record. Initially, it was Kanye's decision. You know what I mean? Me and Ye are like, that's like my brother. You know what I mean? So he saw the things that I did with Rihanna, and he was like, "Yeah, I want you to be a part of this, you know, Jay-Z and Kanye West album." And I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, I love what you do. I love how you do it. You know, I love your ears." And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'd be a part of it." So I just was trying to be, you know, just instrumental in any part of that process, and I was able to see how things ran from a genius mind. You know what I mean? Like being with Jay in the studio, watching this man actually not write no verses, just blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like me and him, we used to have conversations, and we'd be talking, and the beat would be in the background, and we would just be talking about, you know, the game, because we used to always watch the playoffs at the Mercer, and then next, you know, he'd be like, "I'm ready," and he'd just go in. I'd be like, "Damn!" So the whole time you was talking to me, you were actually writing your verse in your head, like.
Wow.
Multitasking.
Oh my God! No, that man is like, that dude is really the God MC for real. And prior to that, you know what's so funny? Prior to that, I was never really a Jay-Z fan.
Before Watch the Throne?
Yeah,
Come
man.
on,
I
boo.
know, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. I was like, I mean, I was never like the God. He wasn't the God to me. I think I was like
Reasonable
a little.
Doubt, Blueprint.
I used to love Lil Wayne at that time. I was
Boo, come on,
just
man.
being real with you. I was
You're
like,
just keeping it real. If it's, you know.
yeah, I was Lil Wayne'd out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, Jay was cool, but me seeing that had me like, oh, this man is like
Next level.
he's the greatest of all time. Because
Absolutely.
I've never seen that with Big. I never seen that with Pac. So for me, that was the closest to that. And then talking to him really also changed my perspective. Like he's just a very smart individual. You know what I mean? He's a good dude, man. I like that guy, man.
Now, knowing what you know now, you know, because you said you wanted to be an artist, do you ever encourage kids like, look, no need to be in front of the camera. Let's stay behind the camera.
Yeah, I tell them all. First of all, I say, listen, man, like, do you really have what it takes to be an artist? I think for me, I had to be, the best thing I did through that whole process was being real to myself and being like, man, can I really do this? Like, can I really compete with, like, you know what I mean, the best, the Drakes, the whoever else was at that time when I was young? Like, can I do this? Can I really compete? Because if I can't compete at the highest level, then I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I can't compete with these dudes. And I think now the game is so watered down that everybody thinks that they can do it,
Right.
which is why music is at where it's at now, because so many artists that's not so good are successful. And that's why the music is like at a downslide, but it is what it is. But, you know, I definitely try to be honest as much with art, with new, you know, individuals that try to be artists, because this shit is hard, man. Like, it's a real tough business.
Now, could you hire somebody as an assistant who wanted to be an artist or wanted to be famous? Or would that be like...
Maybe not famous, but who wanted to be an artist for sure, because they understand the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to be an artist, then that means that you've been through the struggle of trying to be it and it didn't happen, which is the same struggle that happened with me. Like, you know, I didn't go as far as trying to put out records and mixtapes and all that, but like, I definitely did some songs and was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I definitely went through that process. So if you wanted to be an artist and, you know, and then you was like, you know what, I don't want to do it no more. I want to be an exec or whatever.
No, but say they still want to be artists.
Well, nah, for sure. I can't do that. Because then it seems like you just rocking with me to get to where you're trying to go, which is cool. I don't mind wanting to be better in your life, but like, nah, I need like, nah, I can't. I personally can't rock with that.
You don't never hear that, though. You don't never hear, like, I was an assistant. Like, you don't never hear a star be like, I used to be somebody's assistant.
Yeah, because nobody wants to talk about those days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but to me, it's like, you know, it's part of my process. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always ask me, like, yo, you know, how do you feel about being compared to Akon? Or like, when people say, yo, that's Akon, that's Boo Akon's brother. But he is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I actually take that on, like, accomplishment. I don't take it, like, because I know my position, so I don't feel no type of way when people address me in that manner. It's never like, well, I'm Boo, I'm not Akon's brother. That is my brother in real life. You know what I'm saying? And I am second to him. Like I know how to treat Akon when he's in the room with other people. I don't treat him like my brother. I treat him like an artist. Because when I treat him like my brother, then we can get into, because then it's like, then I'm like talking kind of like as a brother.
Yeah.
But I have to give him that artist respect.
Right.
Because it's a difference. And I have to be able to understand the difference between my brother and Akon. And so my point is like, I'm number 2. I'm Pippen, and I'm okay with that. Pippen has 6 rings like Mike.
Don't act, you getting money though. Don't act like you ain't getting
Nah,
no bread.
but
You know how you know Boo getting bread? Because Akon has been to the Breakfast Club before Boo has. That's how you know Boo busy getting money.
Nah, but listen, I mean, no, you're right. I mean, I'm my humble self.
Boo
Yes.
breaking up fights, getting money.
Oh
you
yeah,
know
this
what I'm
guy here. Yeah, like I've definitely made.
Boo did break up a fight. Boo was there when me and Buster got into it.
Yeah, I was. And man, and to be honest, man, like on another level, like I'm so proud of this guy right here because like I met this guy like 4 or 5 years ago, right? And I always knew he was a star. He was a star of our show. You know what I'm saying? And now to see him now just like breaking genres and doing other things outside of what that was, that's dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And I always had genuine love for this dude because off back, it was like he was a real dude. You know what I'm saying? That's why to me in this industry, it's always tough. That's always to me a struggle. Like I don't personally rock with people in the industry because I personally feel that it's like only 5% of real people in this industry. And that's also why I don't want to be an artist because people ain't real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I've seen 2 sides of artists where when you hot, they're all rocking with you. Instagram pictures, they next to you, but when you cold, you can't get them on the phone. And I can't really rock with that. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always have talks. I used to always have fights with T-Pain because when T-Pain was on fire, everybody was calling for a T-Pain hook. And I used to be like, listen, dude, these ain't your friends, man. Like, we gotta charge them because this is why you hot. You gotta get your paper. Nah, this is my homeboy. So they used to be mad at me because I used to block 40% of everything he was trying to do because I knew what the results were. I was like, man, you hot now, but they ain't really rocking with you, dude. You know what I mean? So now that T-Pain is cold, he can't get half the guys on the phone, even be on a record with him.
All right.
And that's weak. You know what I mean? So my point is like, I can't really rock with artists in that way. So like my friends and people call me for support, whether it's Charlamagne, Dolly, I'm gonna do it because it's real. But outside of that, like, I don't really rock with too many people because they just, a lot of them fake. And I can't be fake for nobody.
You think it's changing now though? Because now these kids don't have to go through that whole industry process where they get all industry institutionalized. Now they coming right off the street to the internet. Next thing you know, they bubbling already.
Yeah, but they gonna go through it at some point in their career, like, cause everybody get cold.
All right.
You know what I mean? So you're gonna come to a place where when you hot and everybody's calling you for features and for records, and then when you call, you're gonna be like, man, like, I can't get this man on the phone. So you're gonna definitely go through it, and it's gonna hurt.
I don't even know what's hot no more though. Cause some of these kids be red hot. They be like, yo, you ever heard of
one song.
such and such? And I be like, nah. But then you go to a show and it's packed. You be like, damn.
Yeah, man. That's really, you know what's so, you know what's so funny, man? I got a phone call from an artist yesterday. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to put him, but like an artist yesterday, he was like, man, I want you to manage me. And I was like, all right, cool, man. So then like I looked and he has a crazy hot record right now. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, if I manage this kid, like, yeah, he got a cool record now, but like, how far is this gonna last?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just was like, no, I can't do it, dude. And I'm sure people are like, man, how could you not do it? This record is on fire. But like, things now are so like, it's like microwave, right? It's hot today and cold tomorrow. So like for me.
But do you go and watch them perform and listen to all the music to figure out if it's just one record or if they have something? Because sometimes, you know, I feel like people don't develop artists so much anymore. If you have a hot record, who's there to help you figure out what's the next step? How do we put together a whole project? How do we pair you with the right people? How do we put you on tour?
Right, but you know what? It's like, I got to be invested to do that though. Now.
Right.
Like I'm in a position now where I got money in my life now. Like I'm super happy. My family's good. Everybody's good. Like, so now the things that I do it because I want to do it and not because I have to. Before I had to do things. Now I do it because I genuinely want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
If you're passionate about it, you'll do it.
If I'm passionate, I'm locked in. And I'm going to invest. I'm going to put my money involved. But if not, then it's just like, I can't, like, I'm in a place, and this might sound crazy to some, but like, the money that I make now, if I manage you, 20% of $1 million, really? Like, my time ain't really worth that.
I write you 1%er.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm not saying like, I'm just,
Wow.
no, I'm not
You
saying,
voting
but
for
like,
Trump too?
no, but I have to, but you have to think about that from that perspective because it's like, my time is very valuable. You know what I'm saying? And like, so you gotta say, man, is it worth all these headaches for 200,000? Like, and how many rappers are making $1 million? Period.
Not a lot.
Okay, you know what I mean? So like, who you gonna really manage that's gonna make money to where it makes sense for your time and what you're doing. I mean, obviously you have a handful. You got Drake, you got, you know, Nicki Minaj, you got Kanye West, but it's only like really like 7 artists that you can really make real money off of, right? And so for me, it's like, it's not really worth my time. So, you know, I'd rather just be a friend, a fan, and be somebody's friend from a distance, and not have to like get involved in that perspective.
Now let's talk about the show a little bit. All right, on Oxygen.
Okay.
So what's going to be happening? What can we expect to see?
Man, it's gonna be live. You're gonna see some, you know, millennials trying to, you know, become bosses and go through all the stages of becoming that. You know, you're gonna see Nick Cannon. You know, he's Amber's my old assistant, and that's who's
Amber Rose?
Nah, Amber Grimes.
I know you tried to Amber Rose. Ain't no way Amber could be my assistant.
Yeah, by the way, mine's either. I'm not mad at you. I could never.
Nick used to manage Amber Rose.
He used to, exactly.
Yeah.
We used to, not no more. He probably tried to but you know. Nah, I'm just joking. But yeah,
How hard
so
is it not to fuck your assistant?
man, I love women.
All right.
And I'm African, so you know, for me it's like I'm like, you know, Africans love women, man. I'm gonna keep it real. So for me it's like, that's why I like, but it was challenging, you know what I mean? Like to, you know, because your assistant is with you all the time. Like she knows all your dirt, good, bad. So she's like your girlfriend, really. You know what I mean? So it's hard not to like be like, damn, you know. So for me, I had to be mature in that space, and because I'm gonna be real. Like prior to that, I did used to sleep with like some of my assistants. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I had to learn like.
I find the opposite. I come up here with these guys every day. They disgust me, and I look at them like, ugh.
Yeah, but that's through time. You know what I'm saying? Like
I felt like that
initially. That's probably how you felt, but they ain't feel that way about you.
I definitely felt that way.
Always?
Yeah,
Yuck.
Definitely never.
But that's probably because you probably wasn't attracted to her in that way.
Yeah.
But it's hard to like, you know, that's why I would never have a girl that I like or that I'm attracted to be my assistant, because it's like, it can get ugly. You know what I mean? So like, I'm always trying to like go against like the opposite of what I like. That helps me like focus.
You hire an ugly assistant,
not ugly, but like, you know what I mean?
Gabourey Sidibe doing?
No, but I mean, but Sammy's my assistant. She's pretty, but I'm more mature now. So that was the young Boo going crazy. But like I said, there's a thing where they all running around and they all trying to make it, and it's gonna be some dope moments in the show, and it's all real. Like it's authentic. It's not like, you know, it's not edited. It's not like say this, say that. It's like it's our lives every day. So it's a fun thing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
like a boss on Oxygen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Executive produced by Dolly Bishop.
Dolly B. That's my girl, man. She definitely came through in a big
We
way.
ain't giving Nick no credit, B. Okay, Nick Cannon. Whatever.
You heard that new Nick Cannon song?
Garbage.
He's still rapping?
Yeah, man.
He's more like singing. It's
Man,
kind of sad.
But yo, I'm gonna tell you,
it's called Oh Well.
But yo, can I be honest, man? People don't give Nick enough credit from being in the industry for so long. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man, like to be in this for so long, he been in since he was like, what, 15, 16, and he's still around. That's like, you gotta respect that, man. That's longevity.
Yeah, but no thanks to his rap. Rapping had
Nah, but I think he had a cool record with R. Kelly back in the day, right?
Gigolo?
I mean, but it was.
Why does everybody have to bring up Gigolo?
Because that's the one that had like, it was cool.
Nick has a winning record. Nick got like one loss on his record, and it's his rap career. Everything else, he's good.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
That's it.
Yeah,
DJ,
you're right.
comedian.
That's
you're
it.
right. With
Everything
the ladies,
is good
actor,
except for that
executive.
one rap career.
But that's his man. That's why that's probably like his one thing that he really wanted to do. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm gonna be honest, it was times where I was like, man, I can put a record out, man. Like, that's, you know what I mean? And that shit be popping. Like, I thought about that, cause I mean, I'm like, I go on these blogs and my name is this, that, all these rap beefs. I'm like, man, I'm like a rapper. I felt like I'm, you know what I mean? I'm like, I could put a record out, but I was like, nah, cause I'm gonna have to go on tour, go to radio stations, promote, go on stage.
How close did you get to writing one? Probably gonna sample Jeezy voice. Black is my Black is my
Nah, I'll be honest, like, I went in the studio, and I'm gonna be honest, man, like, I think I would really be good at it. Like, to this, I feel like, because I'm smart enough to do something that's good. You know what I'm saying? I kind of know, like, I can know, like, where music is at now, I will make a good record. Absolutely. Like,
You said where it is now.
yeah, because it's not that hard. Like, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was, like, real music where you had to, now it's like, it don't really take that much to put a
rap
record.
game ain't that trash, though. I used to think it was really bad, but it's gotten a lot better, man.
But
There's a lot of talented people out here,
yeah,
man.
but I feel like if you're smart, you can make. I feel like if you're more smart than talented, you can make it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just skills. Before it was like talent. it wasn't really about how you looked. It wasn't about like, it was more like, if this dude can really rap, he can make it. Now, you don't really have to rap that. You don't have to be much of an MC, which is probably what I'm not good at.
Right.
I can make a record. I can just put my brother on a hook and this person.
You know how to market it and package it.
Yeah, that's like, come on, man. I can DJ Khaled this thing for sure.
Right.
Like 1,000%. But it takes. I just don't. I don't want to be like doing all the other stuff.
Absolutely.
But it's definitely a passion of mine for sure. It was.
Well, salute to my man Boo for coming through like a boss. Every
man.
Tuesday at 9 o'clock, Oxygen.
Tuesday at 9. You guys stay tuned. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be good. You're gonna see my, Rare Form, me, my crew, Nick, Tigger, Blair, and you guys stay tuned. It's gonna be dope.
That's right. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
Yes, sir.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.